Each week I get letters from people saying, won't you please have your husband teach another lesson? So would you give, we have about a half minute, would you give a tango lesson?
Of course. And while I'm giving the tango lesson to people here, you at home can also learn it. Now, here's what you do. Start with your left foot and step to the side, then cross and forward, side together. Side, cross, forward, side together. Watch it again. Side, cross, forward, side together. And now watch the step as I do it in close-up. This is the most popular step in the tango. Side, cross, forward, side together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side, cross, forward, side together. Now will you try it with me?
I don't know, do we have time? Do we have time to do it with the music? Goody, goody. Ready?
Before Arthur and Catherine Murray became television icons, the Murrays were well known by the American public. Arthur Murray's mail-order business, with materials featuring the famous instructional footprints, were imprinted in our culture's consciousness. In 1923, Murray placed an ad in a national magazine. The headline read, "How I Became Popular Overnight." 37,000 people responded, and Arthur knew he was onto something. By the spring of 1925, Murray's mail-order business, then 6 years old, was netting him $35,000 a year, big money in those days. And perhaps more importantly to Arthur, more than 5 million Americans had learned to dance by mail order. Never one to rest on his laurels, Murray invested more and more in imaginative advertising, often focusing on the benefits of dancing, which included having fun, gaining confidence, physical fitness, as well as meeting people and making new friends.
He was willing to expose himself emotionally to get other people's attention so they would work on self-improvement. That takes a lot of courage. Most businessmen who are already making a fair amount of money don't want to show any weaknesses at all. He had no problem with it, which was very interesting to me.
I'm well aware of his capabilities and the things that he did innovate. I mean, he was one of the very first people to codify dancing, to write technique books, and to basically put it on a very professional sphere. So, and he was, everybody knows about his footprints, but at the time that was pretty revolutionary to try to teach people by putting footprints down.
I would say he was a better businessman than a dancer. He was a very good basic dancer, but not a fancy dancer, But he was a nice dancer, a nice social dancer, and that's what his school was all about, being social dancers.
And now you'll see the same step done with a lot of variations by the Arthur Murray dancers.
Cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. Catherine says, Arthur, you should smile more. Cha-cha-cha.
Now, there are many ways of counting the cha-cha. Tonight I'm going to teach you the simplified American way, and the count is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2 slow steps and 3 quick ones. Let me show you. Start with the left foot and go forward, then back, and 1, 2, 3.
I think Arthur Murray was very conservative in his teaching. His teachers were very conservative in their teaching. Today, with the advent of music like Latin American music, that has crossed over from Latin music to now being almost rhythmical in nature in American pop culture, it's much more alive, much more active. So you find people coming out of their shells a little bit more. As far as teaching is concerned, a waltz is a waltz, and it will always be that. But a cha-cha years ago was much more conservative than a cha-cha today. It's a little more flamboyant in today's world.
Dancing is one of the only type of activity that can give you fulfillment mentally, physically, and emotionally. I don't think that there is anything else in the world that can give you all of those things at the same time. When someone's dancing, it doesn't matter if you are a beginner and you're only dancing one step, but you are physically moving, you are mentally using your brain, thinking about what you are doing. And of course, it's such an emotional thing because of the music and the fulfillment. It gives you the satisfaction in every way. And so I think that's why anyone who gets to experience that will be a happier person. And I wish the whole world would dance, because then I think we would have a much better place.
If I'm going to sell anything, I want to sell how much fun dancing is. And I don't care who dances and where you dance, as long as you're dancing, you know. My personal opinion, and this, you can take this or leave it. My personal opinion, if more people danced in this world, we would have less problems in the world. Politically, socially, economically, all of it. If more people would dance and enjoy their dancing, you wouldn't have time for all of this other stuff. You would just be dancing.
Wait. Arthur, come in. No,
Knees down, hands on your hips, and rotate those hips around, circular motion. This is what we call the ami, or the hip rotation. Now I'd like to show you the uvehi step. Uvehi. You step right, foot in place, and knees forward.
How's it look with a partner?
Left, forward, right, forward, left. Imua, right, uwehi, left, uwehi, right. Very good. Now we combine. Combine both our feet and our hands. Maestro, position, knees down, left to your right, and 1, 2, 3, and to your left. Make the sun a big sun, the rain. Now the fish, uwehi, uwehi. Now the ocean, big ocean. Now back to your right, 1, 2, 3, and to your left. The palm tree sway. The hula girls say aloha, which means love. Now let's do that hip rotation around the island, slowly going around.
One of the prime dancing benefits the Murray organization pitched was fun. As electronic evidence that fun could be had while dancing, the Arthur Murray party often featured comedians. Their favorite funny man was Groucho Marx, whose celebrity had been revitalized thanks to the quiz show You Bet Your Life.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is with a great deal of pleasure that I present our guest for the evening. He is one of the nicest, the most respected, the most admirable...
Never mind that. What about my 2 free lessons?
What do you mean you want 2 free lessons?
I watched the Arthur Murray show last night, and I guess the name of the mystery dance is the Walla Walla Wiggle. Now I want my 2 free lessons. Which one of you girls is Arthur Murray? Are you Arthur Murray?
Oh, he went to Florida to get a little sun.
He did? Well, he's wasting his time. Eddie Cantor spent 15 years down there.
Like Groucho Marx.
What's that?
Why, Groucho Marx.
That's what everybody wants to know. Why Groucho Marx? Well, let's cut out the horseplay and get to Arthur Murray. Where is this dancing Fort Knox?
Oh, Groucho. You're speaking of the man I love.
Really? And where is your husband while all this is going on?
Never mind my husband.
You don't, eh? Well, it's about time you did. Women are taking over everything. One of them took me over last night for a pretty penny. That's another story. Now, do I get these 2 free lessons, or do I have to tell everybody that you're running a fraud?
Oh, now, Groucho, if you really have 2 free lessons coming to you, we'll be only too happy to give them to you, but you don't have to dance with Mr. Murray.
Now you're talking. Bring on the girls.
Oh, I'll do even better. I'll give you the lessons myself.
Catherine, I don't want better. Bring on the girls.
Groucho, you placed me in a very awkward position.
Some other time, but right now I want the free lessons. Or is this all for a swindle?
Oh, now, look here. You will get your 2 lessons, but there's nothing in our certificate that says you have to dance with a girl. Now, I'll turn you over to one of our male instructors.
I knew it. Using the males as a fraud. I demand my rights, and I want a girl to dance with.
Over my dead body.
Well, it's your body. You ought to know. Now, how about the lessons? If I don't get my lessons, I'm going to sue. I'll take the case of those 9 old men.
You mean the Supreme Court?
No, the New York Giants.
All right, Groucho, you really insist on a girl, but, gee, is everybody in your family so crazy about girls?
No, just my brothers. And King Farouk. He's not exactly a brother. He's not exactly a king anymore, either. Well, what about the girls?
Well, now, let's see. Deanne, Georgina, Teeny. Girls, this is America's #1 auto salesman.
Would you mind mentioning the name of the car, or do you have a secret word on this program?
I'm so sorry. He sells DeSotos.
Well, I'm not sorry I sell DeSotos. And if I don't sell them, I may wind up washing them. And the new DeSoto is the prettiest body I've ever seen, present company accepted. Now, which one of you girls wants to take me on?
Well, now, let's see. This is Deanne Groucho.
Deanne Groucho. Well, that's an interesting name. And you really know how to shake a leg?
That's right, Mr. Marx.
Well, I wish you'd shake this one. It's been dead for 3 weeks. Huh? On the next victim.
Now, this is Georgina, but just so that...
Georgina?
Yeah, but don't you waste any time. She's got a husband and 3 children.
Well, she hasn't wasted any time, has she? Bring on the next one, huh?
You mean,
I flourish on this. What's that?
You're going to dance the samba with me.
With you?
Yeah.
The samba? I'll dance it. Drunk or samba, I'll do it.
You know how to samba?
Well, I invented the samba.
You did?
Well, I was doing the foxtrot at the time, and my suspenders broke. Shove us back on the stool on the quiz show, huh? Now then, which one of you girls takes me? Well, now, don't fight, girls. There's enough here for everybody. I tell you what we'll do.
I know what.
What?
Why don't you pick? Who is the girl of your choice?
The girl of my choice is Martha Washing, but that's not practical. However, we'll do what we used to do when we were kids. Now, you all get in line here. That's right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a dancer by the toe. If she hollers, let her go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This is not what I anticipated, then. Catherine, it's time for a change. You get over here. That's it. That's what they want, political jokes. Now, here we go again. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This is as easy as taking candy from a baby. Easier, I've tried taking candy from a baby. Catch a dancer by the toe. If she hollers, let her go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This is witchcraft. Are you from Salem, Massachusetts? Katie, back in the trunk. I'll see you later. Now then. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a dancer by the toe. If she hollers, let her go. Eeny, meeny, miny. I thought you were in Florida.
Another one of the Murrays' favorite comedians was a brash and obnoxious 35-year-old comedian named Jackie Gleason. He and the Murrays both had programs on the Dumont Network in 1950, and his first appearance on the Arthur Murray Party was an early and hilarious example of cross-promotion.
Well, if somebody isn't watching, Arthur's paying an awful lot of money for nothing, don't you think? But I have one of these to remember you by.
Certainly you can. Take a whole set.
Who has? Say, what I wanted to say when I was so rudely interrupted, you don't mind that, do you?
No.
Was that we have a star from the Broadway stage and someone who has his own television show on Dumont, Cavalcade of Stars. That's what I say.
Immediate seating in the mezzanine. After the show, over the touch-shaws, and away we go.
That sounds like a commercial to me. But anyway, Jackie Gleason. The old wool in the yard wide, turn around. Isn't he adorable? I love him because there's so much more of him. But really, Happy New Year, Jackie.
Now, that's one of the things that make me sick.
Why? What is there about New Year's to make you sick?
Well, I think it's an outrage. As a matter of fact, I think we're all hypocrites. Now, here's a year that we've been around with for 365 days, and we're going to give it up just because it's December 31st. No, I mean, it was a nice year. I think we ought to hold it over. Hold it over for another year. What's wrong with it? What do we know about 1951? Maybe we won't like it. Get behind me, friends, and keep 1950. I thank you.
Bravo, candidate Gleason.
Thank you. And a stuffed ballot box to you.
Oh, but now look, you do have revolutionary ideas. What's the idea of keeping a year over?
Well, I like the year. As a matter of fact, I sent Truman a letter about it already.
Oh, did you?
Yes, and he answered me.
What did he say?
People might be listening.
Oh, you mean we're on the air?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, dear, I think I'll give you the air, all right?
Certainly.
Or
Thank
yours.
you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say to all you folks who came here tonight for a lot of laughs, good luck. Now, I would like to sing a little song I had the pleasure of introducing into... Please, Joe Colbert. I'd like to sing a little song I had the pleasure of introducing into oblivion, and here it is. Sam? I don't care if the sun don't shine. I get my loving in the evening time when I'm with my baby. It makes no difference if the sun goes down. I get loving when the wind goes out. I love you, baby. You know you're mine. And now, Gene Kelly. They'll never take me in the next war. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the man of many sides, the great Schnozzola. Take me home, boys. Howdy-kiddy, howdy-kidoo. What a melody, what a tune. Stop the music. A lady walks up to a bus driver and she says, does this bus go over the George Washington Bridge? He said, if it don't, we're all gonna get awful wet. Yeet. Howdy-kidoo, howdy-kiddy. Stop the music. In the Navy, they have a tradition. If a sailor goes at one girl, he's a cruiser. 2 girls, he's a destroyer. 3 girls, he's a battleship. Friends, Shake hands with a rowboat. Eat! Howdy-ka-doo! Howdy-ka-dee! Howdy-ka-doo! Simplified! Howdy-ka-doo!
Jackie Gleason himself is going to lead the mystery dance. Think about it for a little bit. Did you do that? Was it Mexican clap dance? Was it Lambeth Walk? Or was it conga? And now, in the meantime, we'll be back in a few minutes with some more fun and entertainment and frolic. And let's everybody have a dance.
Picture that I have in my office, that you can tell in their face that they just loved to dance and they just love what they did. And I immediately just can connect to that, because I don't think it really matters what time and age we are doing what we are doing. 100 years later, it is still the same feeling. We want the whole world to be dancing because we know what it can do to the people. It really, dancing truly can change their lives in every way. And so I think it's just definitely timeless.
We hope you've enjoyed our look back at the Arthur Murray Party from the 1950s and 60s. You're seeing television history. Until now, none of these programs have aired since they were originally broadcast. In upcoming Dancing in America programs, we'll continue to feature performances from the Arthur Murray Party and explore the impressive life and legacy of Arthur and Catherine Murray. I'm Elaine Green. Thanks so much for tuning in.
If you'd like to learn more about the lives and legacy of Arthur and Catherine Murray, their daughter, Jane Murray Heimlich, has written a compelling memoir entitled Out of Step. Out of Step is available at selected retail booksellers or can be ordered through Jane's website, www.janeheimlich.com.